Hello Malaysians, in my previous video I focused a lot on best smartphones from different price range. So in this video I'm going to show you all the best mid-range smartphones below 1500 ringgit in Malaysia in the year of 2022. But before that, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. I've been working on a lot of videos lately, therefore I'm hoping you all to show some support by helping me to reach 1000 subscribers by this year. So the first smartphone is going to be Xiaomi Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G. This device comes with MediaTek Dimensity 920 processor, which I believe can deliver an impressive performance for gaming and will definitely consume less power, which is just like Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 chipset. This chipset also provides 5G connectivity and it's quite good for video and image creation. This device comes with 6.67-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and 360Hz touch sampling rate. This screen can hit up to 1200 nits of brightness and this is an eye care display. I'm a bit impressed and also disappointed for some part of the camera even though they are calling it a flagship camera. It has 108 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens and 2 megapixel macro lens, which could have been 5 megapixel or better not to include it. And at the front you will get a single 16 megapixel front camera. These cameras do have features like long exposure mode, slow motion, AI skyscaping and night mode. As for video recording, only the rear camera can record 4K at 30 fps and no 60 fps, but can record 1080p at 30 or 60 fps, whereas the front camera can only record 1080p at 30 or 60 fps. But the best part of this device is the dual stereo speakers tuned by JBL for a better sound quality, and also you will get 3.5mm earphone jack. This device also includes multifunctional NFC and side-mounted fingerprint sensor, but there is no IP rating. The battery capacity is only 4500 mAh, which comes in a form of dual cell to increase the current intake and reduces overheating. You don't have to worry much because they included 120 watt hypercharge that can charge 100% in just 15 minutes. It uses dual charge pump to maintain high current flow for a longer time. So that's a very good inclusion for this price point. Xiaomi Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G comes in two variants. The base variant has 8GB of RAM with 128GB of storage, priced at 1499 ringgit. And the highest variant has 8GB of RAM with 256GB of storage, priced at 1599 ringgit. Not that much of a difference, but you can choose the base variant if you want it below 1500 ringgit. The second smartphone will be Poco X4 Pro 5G. Actually, it's quite similar to Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G, but it has Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 processor that can handle pretty much everything, and it even supports 5G connectivity. It comes with 6.67-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and 360Hz touch sampling rate with a peak brightness of 1200 nits. The camera is almost similar to Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G with 108 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens and 2 megapixel macro lens. And at the front you will get a single 16 megapixel front camera. But there is no 4K video recording option for both cameras. Both sides only support 1080p at 30 fps. So bear in mind, no 4K video recording option and no 1080p at 60 fps option. That's a deal breaker for me. However, there are dual stereo speakers available for this device and you will get 3.5mm earphone jack. This device also includes multifunctional NFC and a side-mounted fingerprint sensor. But the best thing about this device is the battery capacity, because you will get 5000 mAh battery with a 67 watt turbo charging. It is good enough to charge your device to reach 100% in just 41 minutes. Poco X4 Pro 5G comes in two variants. The base variant has 6GB of RAM with 128GB of storage, priced at 1249 ringgit. And the highest variant has 8GB of RAM with 256GB of storage, priced at 1499 ringgit. You can still choose either one of these variants because they still fall under 1500 ringgit. The third smartphone is Samsung Galaxy A33 5G. This device is powered by Exynos 1280 chipset, which is slightly more powerful than Qualcomm Snapdragon 695, and it does have 5G connectivity. The screen for this device is a bit smaller, which is 6.4-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display with 90Hz refresh rate. One of the reasons to go for Samsung devices around this price range is for their great camera system. It comes with 48 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, 5 megapixel macro lens and 2 megapixel depth sensor. Samsung does a decent job for the cameras even under this price point. They have AI image enhancer, fun mode and face on the spot, which allows you to take a very good looking portrait shot. Samsung Galaxy A33 5G comes with dual stereo speakers and it does come with Dolby Atmos support, and you will get 3.5mm earphone jack. The battery capacity is 5000 mAh and they claim that it will last for 2 days, but Samsung will always remain with 25 watt super fast charger, which is quite disappointing. It does have IP67 rating and one of the smartphone with in-display fingerprint sensor under this price point. Samsung Galaxy A33 5G is only available in one variant that comes with 8GB of RAM with 128GB of storage, priced at 1499 ringgit. The fourth smartphone is going to be Realme GT Master Edition. This device runs on Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G chipset, which is quite better compared to Qualcomm Snapdragon 695. It does have 5G connectivity and can handle graphical demanding games very well. The screen for this device is a 6.43-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate, and it has 360Hz touch sampling rate. As for the camera system, it comes with 64MP main camera, 8MP ultra-wide-angle lens and another 2MP macro lens. At the front there is one 32MP selfie camera. This camera has features like nightscape, bokeh effect control and face distortion correction. The rear camera can record 4K at 30fps and no 60fps, but can record 1080p at 30 or 60fps, whereas the front camera can only record 1080p at 30fps. Realme GT Master Edition lacks dual stereo speakers, so that's a deal breaker, but you will get 3.5mm earphone jack and a side-mounted fingerprint sensor. The battery capacity is just 4300 mAh, but it does come with 65 Super Dart charger. This charger can charge 100% in just 33 minutes. Realme GT Master Edition comes in two variants. The first variant comes with 8GB of RAM with 128GB of storage, priced at 1399 ringgit. And the second variant comes with 8GB of RAM with 256GB of storage, priced at 1599 ringgit. So you can go for the first variant. So that is my list of best mid-range smartphones below 1500 ringgit that you can find in Malaysia right now. If you have any other smartphones that you think that I've missed out, do let me know in the comment section and I will give you my verdict. If you like this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.